Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the North Athletic Complex. We've got some more club sports action for you here today. Club basketball's final home games, this time against OSU Gray. And Jordan, this is going to be one heck of a battle.
Yeah, RMU's going to have quite a test on their hand today. OSU Gray is number 9 in the country in club basketball coming in today, and they have a 10-4 record. And they're undefeated, 8-0 in the conference. RMU 7-3 in comparison. They're both top 3 in their conference. It's going to be a tight battle today for these first 2 games.
Absolutely. I've got to say, we saw a very tight series against Xavier last week, a 2-point win and a 1-point loss. I honestly think that experience of having to play those games all the way out to the final buzzer probably going to have to come in handy here for RMU, because I don't see them holding away to a massive lead against this team. They're going to need to be solid all 40 minutes to pull this one off today.
Yeah, if you're RMU, you're going to have to play lights-out defense today. Our OSU Gray puts up almost 75 points a game here. That's something RMU really doesn't have much experience with. They only allow like 64 points a game, so it's going to be a real test for their defense today to see if they can hold them under that average.
Yeah, and they had a pretty good test against that with Xavier's high-powered offense last week. Kept them to 65 points both games. To an offense that averaged about, I think you said, 71, 72 points a game. So the RMU Colonials defense, no strangers to having to play shutdown ball. That is how they win games, because they're a much more defensive-minded team compared to some of those in their conference. But like you were saying, Jordan, this is going to be one heck of a battle. The referees are just getting warmed up here. I just realized I didn't introduce myself. Hi, everyone. My name's Alex Gagnon. I'll be your play-by-play voice today. And alongside me, Jordan Wirtz on the color commentary.
Yeah. Cold day outside, but it is warm in here. And
that it is.
Players are going over their benches here. Refs are getting ready, and I think we're going to get ready to start here.
Yeah, should be a fun one. I talked to Coach Taylor Williams for RMU before this one. He was saying that basically everyone's healthy and ready to go, which is a really good sign after a couple of players went down for the rest of the day against Xavier last week. But he's saying everyone is feeling good and ready to go here in a very, very big series.
Yeah, after Cross was out there for most of the second game, and Fontaine was beaten up there at the second half of that last game against Xavier, it's nice to see both of them out here suited up and ready to go.
Yeah, absolutely. We'll have to see who the starting lineups are when they take the floor in a second here. I'd imagine, though, it's going to be pretty similar to what we saw a week ago against Xavier.
Yeah, I imagine it's probably going to have Fontaine out here. Yep. It's
looks
starting lineup for RMU is Elijah Cross, Mari Fontaine, Chris Charles,
David Sullivan, it looks like DeJuan Williams, yes.
For OSU Gray, it's Thomas Jones at 33, Nicholas Close at 10, Rezi Usay at 23, 25 is Gabriel Greening, number 3, Carson Felicity is the starting lineup.
And we'll have a better opportunity to learn these names as this series goes on, because we'll be able to call them more. As RMU wins the opening tip-off, and we'll set up for the first possession of this game. Fontaine, long pass over the cross, looking to make something happen, takes off the – I don't know if that was a pass back to Williams or what, but that ball just kind of went to the middle of nowhere. Here comes OSU on the break. 3-point shot is good for Carson Felicity. Big-time start for OSU Gray here, just running down, popping a 3. As Sullivan the other way can't get a 3 to go.
It looks like both these teams are going to be playing a lot from outside the line today, outside the three-point line, looking for points and in big bunches here.
Yep. Looks like that's going to be, I think they're saying he stepped out. That would have been 3, sorry, Carson Felicity. Rezi Usa caught the pass from him after Felicity stepped out of bounds. Here comes Cross trying to drive the lane. Feeds it low to Sullivan for a nice lay-in, but it doesn't go. He gets his own rebound, though. Tries it again and draws the foul.
He has a great foul draw there by Solomon. He was kind of trapped there. It was going to be a tough layup in for him, but nice work on drawing that foul there to get the line for 2 here.
Absolutely. It could be RMU's first points of the game here. Solomon to the line. Had a really, really strong game in Game 1 against Xavier last week, putting up over 20 points in that opening contest victory, as Solomon drains the first free throw to cut the lead down to 3-1.
Yeah, Yeah, Solomon was one of the big point scorers for RMU in this game, and he's probably going to have to do it again here for RMU to be able to have a chance to take the win away in this game.
Well, a good start there for Solomon. 2 free throws makes it 3-2 as a long pass gets blocked off the shot. Thomas Jones went for the deep ball, and it got tipped slightly. I think it was by Solomon, but Felicity has it now for OSU Gray. Feeds it over to USA. Looking to make a move through the double team. Doesn't have anywhere to go. Holds on to the ball, though, and pitches it out to number 10. That's Thomas Close. USA with it again. Pitches it out. And Fontaine, nice there to deflect that ball up, away, and out of play.
And we talked about on OSU's last play down here that they stepped out of bounds on the side. That's going to be something we're going to have to watch throughout this game, as bleacher sideline has tended to be a lot of out-of-bounds stepping for any team that's really played here.
Absolutely. That's been one of the trends that we've seen as USA pops up for a mid-range 2 but can't get it to fall. Fontaine now taking it the other way for RMU. Feeds it the cross. Looked at the deep 3 but elected against it. Feeds it back to Fontaine. Fontaine fires a pass down to Williams. Back out to Solomon. From the baseline, pitches it out back to Fontaine, who goes for the 3. Can't get it to go. Solomon gets the rebound, keeps it in. I don't think he did.
Yeah.
But must have just been on the line.
It looked like the ball, I think he's saying that the ball hit the line on that original bounce there whenever he tried to regather it.
Gotcha. Yeah, that'll do it. I mean, whether it's the foot with the ball or just the ball, if it's out of play, it's out of play. This Felicity throws it into USA. Trying to find a move. Not anywhere to go. Covered hard by Fontaine. And they're going to call Solomon with the shooting foul there. He, from this angle, we got a pretty good view of it. Definitely a fair bit of arm.
Yeah, he definitely was getting a little handsy there on that play. Definitely got to watch himself there, because it looks like the refs are going to be calling just about anything here. So,
one thing you'll notice with club basketball, some of the refs we have seen before, particularly the one behind the free throw shooter here, we know was definitely at this at the RMU Xavier series a week ago, as USA drains the first free throw of 2, making it 4-2 OSU. Second one is up and good. Here comes Cross with it now for the Colonials. Just immediately fires the 3 and gets it to go. What a shot from Elijah Cross. Tie game.
yeah, great money shot there. To finally tie this thing up here, as they're only a few minutes in.
USA with it. Can't get it to fall. Solomon with the rebound. Now he's breaking out with some speed. Looks to drive the lane. Draws the foul, but can't get the and one.
Yeah, great work by RMU. Once again, Solomon drawing that great foul here. Trying to pick up his, I think, 3rd and 4th point today. If he makes this, this will give RMU their first lead of the game as well. It is up and it is good.
And
RMU takes their first lead.
Yeah, absolutely. I was just about to say the same thing. RMU ahead for the first time in this one here. Just south of 3 minutes gone in the first half. Solomon can't get the second one to go, and that is Nicholas Close with the rebound for OSU Gray.
RMU here applying a lot of pressure on their players here.
Greening feeds it over to Jones, back to USA. Loses the handle as it's taken away by Fontaine, and here he goes the other way. Over to Chris Charles, driving the lane. Can't get it to go, but Solomon almost got the rebound. Cross finds it. And the Colonials will have an opportunity to reset on offense here with the ball again.
Yeah, it was a nice recovery by Cross there, because if he wouldn't have gotten to it, RMU had most of their players down by the hoop, and it was probably going to be a clean layup for OSU at the other end.
Yeah, Solomon's 3 off the mark there. OSU Gray looking to set up on offense here. Number 33 with the ball is Thomas Jones. Feeds it low to USA, who gets blocked away by David Solomon. But he gets his own rebound. And that ball goes out of play. It looks like off of the Buckeyes player, Chris Charles poked it away off the foot of Rezi USA.
Yeah, great strong defensive start here RMU keeping OSU off the board here for these last couple minutes. See if they can keep this defensive pressure up here and try and build upon their 1-point lead that they have right now.
But speaking of that, that lead has just evaporated from that three-pointer from Thomas Jones. Nice little shot there. OSU retakes the lead as the Colonials look to regroup.
Yeah, that was a pretty clean-looking, wide-open three by him as well. There was nobody there. They played that perfectly if you're OSU Gray.
Chris Charles, better known to his teammates as Wheezy, fires it out to Fontaine for the three. Can't get it to go. And the rebound's going to be picked up there by Nicholas Close. Here comes Felicity. Fires it down to Jones in the corner. The deep shot goes. Looks like it's only a two-pointer, though. A deep two there from Thomas Jones. And he's got a bit of a hot hand going right now. Back-to-back shots from distance have gone in for him.
Yeah, he's holding half of the points right now for OSU in this game. He could turn into quite the points getter for them here going down this clock.
Charles feeds it over to Solomon, looking to make a move. Deep two attempt. Can't get it to fall. Rebound picked up, I believe that's by Greening. Over to Carson Felicity, over to Jones. Hard bounce pass is picked up by Chris Charles. He read that play beautifully.
Yeah, he had some anger behind that that pass there.
Yeah. And speaking of passes that can't quite find the mark, Solomon couldn't quite get on the end of that feed from Charles, and that ball is going to go out of play. Over 5 minutes away now in this first half. 10-6 the score. OSU leads in what's been a pretty back-and-forth game thus far.
Yeah, it's been a lot of steals and missed shots. And speaking of missed shots, another missed shot by OSU.
Yeah, Greening couldn't get that one to go. It went off the back of the rim as Fontaine was all over that shot. No way Carson Felicity was going to get that to go.
Yeah, I think Fontaine got a little bit of a hand on that one.
Charles for three. Can't get it to go.
And that's starting to turn into quite the issue for RMU. They've only made 1 3-pointer so far, and I think they've attempted 4 or 5 of them.
OSU setting up with the ball. That's Usa who feeds it over to number 10 who can't get it to go. That was Nicholas Close for our OSU. The Colonials come the other way. Solomon lobs it up to Williams. Can't get it to go as it looks like Jones tried keeping it in, but his foot was well on the line when he tried grabbing that ball.
Yeah, you got to like the effort, though, out of Jones, trying to keep that in. It didn't look like it was – it looked like it was probably going to go to an RMU player, though, so stepped out of bounds all for naught, but –
some substitutions made for both teams. RMU only changing out one player here. David Solomon off. Danny Ritchie on for RMU. As Fontaine finds Cross down low for the easy lay-in. Great find from Fontaine.
That was beautiful. Beautiful inside pass. There was nobody around Cross. That was an easy 2 points for RMU. They cut it down to a single score now.
Schulman fed it over to Jones, one of the new players on the court for OSU. That was Close, feeds it back to Schulman. Down low to number 34, Ross Cottenham, who's also on his first minutes in this game. And that shot goes up, no good. Williams with the rebound. Cross coming the other way for RMU, driving the lane and then fires a laser to the corner that just was not in play. The only way Danny Ritchie was going to get that is if his arms were like Mr. Fantastics and could just kind of stretch out an extra couple feet.
Yeah, I don't know what these guys on both teams have been drinking this morning, but must be something in the water. They are putting some heat behind these passes right now.
Might be a little bit of Mountain Dew game fuel action as that shot goes up off the back rim and no good. Picked up by Diop, who fires it out incomplete. Here comes Ritchie with a long stretch pass to Charles. Deflected, but he still gets the end of it. And the and one. The lay-in and the foul. A nice find from Danny Ritchie and a beautiful conversion from Chris Charles.
Yeah, great work on Charles there as he showed a little bit of defiance there. A little defiant stance there.
He said, all right, you can hit me all you want, but I'm still just going to bury through you, pick up the lay-in, and I'm going to go to the line for an extra one.
Yeah.
Just out of spite.
Yeah, there wasn't much they were going to do about that. He was like a train going down the tracks and maybe like a little twig out there in the little track, and he just snapped it in half and said, I'll take that.
And RMU retakes the lead with a good free throw there from Chris Charles. Here comes OSU the other way now. Max Schulman bring it down, feeds it down to Jones. Looking to make a move. Comes off the screen. There was nowhere to go with that. 3 Colonials in his way, and Cross picks up the loose ball. Chris Charles looking to draw the contact, gets the lay in the go, but no foul called. I think because it was very obvious that he was looking for the foul.
A little bit of rock and sock'em robots down there on the other end.
Certainly looked like it.
He pinballed his way into him to get that extra, to get those 2 points there.
Nice little lay in there from OSU, but can't get it to go. That was Nicholas Close, who hasn't really found the shooter's touch so far in this first game. Charles trying to drive the lane, and he gets it to go.
Wow.
What a powerful, powerful lay-in.
What a shot. He was basically sideways on his way down whenever he threw that in for the shot.
No, they called that a charge.
Oh.
Wow.
Oh, my goodness.
Yeah, I don't know about that one.
Yeah, I'm not so sure about that.
Still a great effort from Chris Charles to even get that one to go. But the refs see it a different way. They're going to call him with the charge, and now OSU will have an opportunity to regroup on offense. They got to be careful because Chris Charles is getting hot. As Danny Ritchie picks up that poked ball from Elijah Cross. Fast break and the slam.
Yeah, nice little shot out there. It looks like RMU has had a great job on these breakaways here. They get to force the turnovers, and then they just have a guy deep down there to catch the pass and the easy layups.
It's interesting to see because RMU typically has not been a fast break team this season, and yet they've really been utilizing that when they've had the opportunity in this one.
Yeah, it's a big part of RMU getting this 5-point lead here. They were down 10-4 at one point. They've scored 9 straight on OSU. They really don't have much of an answer for him. And
yeah,
Richie kind of just watches that fly out, and not much he could have done about that.
Yeah,
Too far away
Elijah
to get
Cross
it.
went for 3, got blocked, picked up the blocked ball, fired it. I think it was supposed to be toward Richie, but Chris Charles was also in the area. Neither one of them thought the ball was for them, and that ball just kind of bounced out of play in between the two of them.
And if you're OSU, you really need to score here to try and get something going again. Cool RMU off a little bit.
Diop fires it over to Jones. Trying to drive the lane for the lay-in, can't get it to go, and Charles with a powerful rebound. Cross now on the fast break, feeds it over to Richie for the lay-in, gets under the net, and he can't believe it.
Yeah, I can't believe it either. I figured that was going to be an easy one, and he just threw it a little late there, and the refs are going to call a reach in on that one.
Yeah, I believe that they're going to call the reach on Elijah Cross. Cross couldn't quite get his feet set when they drove the lane there. Went for the ball late. He's had a couple of steals like that so far in this one, but that was not going to be one of them. As Jones sets up on offense here for OSU. Looking to drive the lane. Still looking. Williams was right there to meet him, and that ball out of the play. Williams looking like a little brick house down there. The moment Jones saw he was there, he just kind of panicked and chucked the ball out of bounds.
Yeah, it's like OSU's the big bad wolf over here being number 9, and RMU's just playing 3 little piggies hiding in their brick house right now.
That said, though, they certainly seemed to be having it going right now as Cross trying to find some room. Still driving the lane, puts it up, and gets it to go. A beautiful effort from Elijah Cross.
Yeah, great little spin move there to juke him out and lay it up for an easy 2. RMU's lead is now up to 7.
Schulman with it. Not finding a way by Charles. It's over the Close, who fires it over to Jones, who's been OSU's hot hand if there's been any today. Deep shot there for OSU, and it falls. Ross caught him. And it looks like OSU, I think, calls a timeout after that.
A smart choice if you're OSU's coach, calling a timeout there, because you just allowed 11 straight points on RMU. And you finally get a 3 here. You finally turn the tides, I guess, and give a little bit breather to yourself here as you finally got something going.
What's also interesting to say is we got to remember this is a 2-game series. There will be a second game after this one. And OSU's bench is 3 people shorter than RMU. So RMU will be able to rest players a bit better than the Buckeyes will, which may factor into why they called a timeout here, is we're just past the midway point of this first half. You got to wonder if maybe they're thinking about down the line, making sure everyone's going to make it to the end.
Yeah. And another thing, I talked about this in our last home stretch as well. It's different playing in an arena that you've never been in. And if you're OSU, you're just starting here. You're only 10 minutes into the first game. You've got plenty of time to adjust yourself. I think this second half could be much closer than it is right now.
And that's not to say that what we're seeing right now isn't close. I mean, it's still only a 4-point game on the scoreboard.
Yeah. I mean, if you really looked at it, it was close on both ends. OSU just couldn't connect on any shots. They had the chances. They had all the inside shots there, and they were just missing layup after layup. And they missed, I'd say, probably 5 shots in a row, and it would go off the rim, and instead of it rolling in, it'd roll out, and RMU'd get the rebound.
Yeah, and for a team that's undefeated in conference play, you got to imagine they're going to start getting those to fall sooner rather than later. So RMU, while they do have the lead, you got to probably keep an eye on the interior chances that you might be giving the Buckeyes here. As Schulman will bring it down for OSU. Feeds it over the Greening.
Greening recovered there by Ritchie on the steal. Ritchie's going to bring it in. He's going to pass it out to Franklin. Franklin turns it over. They're rolling around on the court for it. Williams is able to get the ball. He passes it out to Ritchie. Ritchie's got the ball. He's going to bring it in, and then he's going for the hoop. And it looked like 0-0. Diop reached and yanked it out of RMU's hands here as they're going to get the inbound by Franklin.
Yeah, Keith Franklin, I don't think we saw him last week, so it's good to see him getting some floor time here today as he inbounds it to Charles, who's looking to make some moves. Finds the loose ball down low, but can't get it to fall, and here comes OSU with some speed the other way. That is USA. Looking to make a move, decides against it. The Greening, back over to Diop, around the horn. That's Felicity, back to Diop for a deep 3. Oh, and he gets it to fall. Pretty shot there from Ahmad Diop.
Yeah, great little deep 3 there. Absolutely beautiful. They draw it down to 1 now.
And Cross goes for a deep 3 of his own. Doesn't get the fall, but Franklin with the rebound. Ritchie for another 3. And he gets it to go.
Bang!
And that's a popular one down on the bench. They know that while Ritchie does work hard at both in practice and during the games, he has not had the luck on the scoreboard that he's been hoping for. So a big-time 3 for Danny Ritchie. Diop for 3. Gets it to fall. Man can't miss right now.
No, Diop is not afraid to answer RMU. He says, Franklin's going to make one, or Ritchie's going to make one. I might as well just make my own on the next side to answer it back. And still 1 point here.
Cross nearly dribbled himself into submission, but was able to pick it up, toss it over to Ritchie for another 3. Can't get it to fall. Diop with the rebound.
Just misses it a little left there.
Schulman with it. Down low to Greening. Back to Schulman. A nice pass there, but the layup can't go. How did Greening find that pass?
More importantly, how did that layup not go in? It has been, once again, another issue for OSU. I don't think they've made a layup since they had the 10-point. They've gotten 9 points, and they've all been from 3-pointers.
Yeah, I think it's a little Harlem Globetrotters action. You know, the plastic cover over the rim right now for them. You got to imagine that's going to have to go away soon, though, as Franklin goes up for a tough layup. Can't get it to fall, and OSU will pick up the rebound. Feeds it up to USA. Looking for somewhere to go with it. Tosses it over to, I believe that is Felicity. Driving the lane and can't get it to go. And the rebound the layup woes continue for OSU.
Yeah, it's kind of tough to watch them. You just got to feel bad for them at this point because they've had beautiful chances. And the layups look great, and it just can't go in. There must be something. Maybe they put like a spell or something on the rim before the game started.
Certainly possible. Jaden Bristol subbing in for his first action of the day. Sullivan back on the court as well. Looks like it was Ritchie and Cross who came. No, Ritchie's still on. It's Cross and Williams who came off for RMU during that substitution. As Bristol drives the lane, tried pitching it out, nowhere to go with it. Here comes Diop driving the lane. As Charles went up for the block but couldn't get it, and finally a lay-in goes in for the Buckeyes.
Yeah, get that break they need. Maybe try and wash some of that bad juju off of themselves here and think we can finally make it here.
Charles for a tough 3, can't get it to go. Greening was all over him for that attempt. And he'll pitch it out to USA. Back to Greening. Around the horn to Diop. Oh, and it's blocked away by Keith Franklin out of nowhere.
What an
little
absolute
Randy Orton action.
Yeah, he jumped in there out of nowhere, didn't even see it coming. Ritchie's going to get an easy one.
Can't get it to go. Sullivan with the rebound. That one falls.
May have jinxed myself a little bit there. Called it a little too early for Ritchie.
Yeah, just a little bit, but regardless, the 2 points will stand for RMU as Solomon got the putback. USA with it now for Ohio State. Dribbling. Fires it out to Schulman into the hands, I believe it was Felicity, who cannot get the three to go. Here comes Sullivan with it now for the Colonials. Driving the lane, tough angle shot, no one there to pick up the rebound. Diop now for Ohio State, over to USA. Into the corner for Greening, who's wide open, and he can't get it to go off the rim. Bristol picks up the rebound.
It'd be nice to see if Bristol can keep his action going from the last time they were home. He was quite the point getter in their last series. He's finally getting his first minutes of the game.
To Sullivan for a tough 3-0 and just off the front rim and out. USA trying to stretch it to Schulman. Looking for a place to go with it. Feeds it down low to Diop, who takes it back out to the point. Driving the baseline and just floats it up and in.
If you're RMU, you got to start thinking of ways to stop USA here. Or Diop, I mean, as he's got 10 points here, and all 10 of them have come within the last 5 or 6 minutes of this game.
Yeah, he's looked real sharp right now as Bristol feeds it to Sullivan, looking for room for the 3. Oh, and he gets it to go. It sounded like there was contact on the shot. I could have heard an audible slap, but Sullivan gets it in. And now it looks like the score is, I think they're saying that was a deep 2. So 24-23, RMU leads with about 4.5 to go in the first half here. Very back and forth action so far.
Yeah, pretty great game so far. Both teams are not afraid to take their shots here. Both teams having some issues with making contact here on their layups, as you saw OSU go almost 5-6 minutes without scoring any points at all. That's what got RMU back into this game to begin with when they were down big. And now, if you're RMU, you got to figure out a way to stop Ahmad Diop, because he's put up all the points that OSU's gotten since then. They've had 13 points, and they've all been Diop.
Yeah, and it's not through a lack of effort. It's just he's in one of those rhythms right now that no matter what he's doing, it's going in.
Yeah, if he wants to make a 3, he's going to make it. If he wants to run it inside of you and do a spin move on you, leave your ankles broken, and then put up an easy 2, he's going to do it. And there's not much RMU can do except for maybe try to start double teaming, but then you get into the issue of leaving a guy wide open.
Yeah, absolutely. We know RMU's no stranger to facing talent who can put up points big in a hurry. We saw when they played Xavier last week, Robert Goldsberry, back-to-back conference player of the week in the Great Lakes Division. He had the ability. In the first game, they shut him down really well. The second game, they ran into a bit more of an issue. But I'd like to see in the last couple minutes of the half here what adjustments Coach Taylor Williams might be telling his guys to keep an eye on it, as C.J. Desperate Johnson subs in for the first time today.
Yeah, you'd like to see a strong defensive showing from RMU here to hold them under and take this lead that they have, even as minuscule it is, take it into the half.
Diop walking his way down the court, trying to get a play set up for the Buckeyes. Feeds it over to Schulman. Schulman looking. Tosses it down low to USA. Franklin's all over him, though. Pitches it back out to Schulman. Not Jones, sorry. That is close. Diop with it. Bristol covering him hard. Coming off the screen was Uso. Nowhere to go with it. Feeds it down low to Schulman. Still nowhere to go with it. A lot of cycling going on for the Buckeyes as that shot. Wow. Uso just met that ball at the rim and just kind of gave it a little extra help, as the initial Carson Felicity shot didn't have enough juice.
Yeah, once again, OSU having issues there. Uze was there to save that play for them.
Yeah. Jaden Bristol driving the lane for the wide open lay-in, and he gets it to go. The OSU players all stepped out thinking Bristol's going to dish it outside. He said, well, if you're going to give me a lane right to the net, I might as well take it.
Yeah, might as well.
Diop for the deep 2, and Sullivan swats that to the court next to us. That thing's got a different area code now.
Yeah, that was dirty. There was no way that was going to go in. He's got a few inches on him there, and he just swatted that thing like a mother getting a fly with a swatter.
As Schulman now as Bristol was looking to take it away from behind, and it's stolen away from Sullivan. Interesting defensive strategy there from the Colonials. Seemed like every player was running around to a different area trying to take off the passing lanes. As Chris Charles sets up with it. Driving the lane with the step back, can't get it to go, but it was going to be, I think, a foul on OSU. It's going to be a throw in here.
Yeah, they're going to call it a ground foul. So no throws, but RMU keeps possession, so it's still only 1 point here, and we're down to 3 minutes. This is going to be big for RMU if they can score something here to keep this big.
Solomon with the lay-in, can't get it to go, but gets his own rebound, and they're going to call a travel on him.
That's surprising.
I didn't even think he had the ball long enough to travel.
Yeah, he kind of just had the ball and did a spin move and threw it in. I didn't really see a travel there, but can't argue with the refs. So
yeah, they are a lot closer than we are from up here in the, I'd say the booth, but it's more of the Rec Sports hallway here from where we're broadcasting this one. As Jones has finally subbed back in for OSU. Tries going under the net, and just there was nowhere to go. Bristol was all over him as Desperate Johnson takes the fast break. Tries going for it, and it gets swatted away. I'm trying to see who that is from here. That's number 10, Nicholas Close. Nice block there. I guess pretty comparable to the Solomon block that we saw just a moment ago.
yeah, I would say that's pretty comparable. That was a nice block by them.
Jaden Bristol with it now. Over to Charles. Looking for some open room. Tries driving in. Feeds it over to Franklin. Back out to Bristol. Makes a move. Can't quite hold on to it. And it's a 2-on-1 for OSU. Jones for the lay-in. Gets it to go.
Yeah, just poor ball carrying by RMU there. Not the turnover you want to see here in the time that's coming down. OSU taking the lead back.
Solomon for three. Can't get it to go off the rim. And here come the Buckeyes now with a 1-point lead and just 2 minutes to play in the half. Here comes Thomas Jones looking to make a move. Dishes it over for the deep shot off the front of the rim, but the rebound's picked up by Close again, and he gets the lay-in.
Shoots a three, gets his own rebound, and then runs it straight to the hoop.
OSU, I think, was expecting the and one there. Didn't get it, but it is still a 3-point lead for the Buckeyes here as Chris Charles gets RMU set up, looking to make something happen. Charles driving the lane, feeds it out to Bristol, and they're saying it's a travel.
Another tough break for RMU. They're going to switch out players here. Charles did not like that call very much.
No, he did not, but alas, the game goes on. 1.5 to play now in the first half. Buckeyes with a slim 3-point lead here. Still a one-possession game as Jones brings it in and feeds it over to USA. USA looking for some room, takes off the closed screen. Down low, Cross with a nice steal there and behind the back. Generate an opportunity for three, and it's off the rim, but Bristol gets the rebound. Desperate Johnson for three, and Solomon keeps it in. Bristol for three. It's looking like a circus show out here as that ball is out of play. Usa's smart not to try and jump and save that one because that would have ended up with probably 2 broken knees off the bleachers.
What a play. The behind the back dribble by Cross, and then RMU 3-point rebound, 3-point rebound, 3-point, and then the ball goes out and they retain possession.
Just a chaotic couple seconds there. Kind of a shame RMU didn't get any points out of it, but it will probably be worth it if they can find a way to score on this possession, having retained the ball for like the 4th straight time. As Bristol with it up top to Cross. Cross settling down, looking for some room as Bristol thought about the three, elected against it, back to Cross. Over to Desperate Johnson. Back to Cross. They're really thinking about this one here. Cross backing up. Really letting this clock run down. 22 to go on the timer. Takes off the screen from Williams. Cross still looking. Feeds it over to Johnson, who tries driving the baseline. Back out the Cross. This feels like it's been going on forever now as Desperate Johnson puts it up and is fouled. 9.4 to go on the clock, and what a lengthy possession that was for the Colonials.
Yeah, RMU ran off probably 40 seconds at least on that play, on those 2 plays that they had. See if Scott Desperate Johnson here can capitalize on this and draw it within 1 point.
CJ Desperate Johnson's first shot, no good. You got to imagine here, while it's important to get a point here, you think he's thinking about maybe trying to brick it off the rim and have Williams or Sullivan try and get the rebound? Well, shot was off, but Williams was in no place to get the rebound. No points there off the free throws. And the Buckeyes looking for anything right before the half here. Can't get it to go. That'll be the end of the first half of game 1 here today. The Ohio State Buckeyes 29, the RMU Colonials 26. Tight first half, Jordan.
Yeah, real tight. RMU's got to figure out an answer here. And OSU, you finally got things turned around a little bit here at the end of the half. If you're OSU, you got to be happy with the end of that half because RMU had the ball for probably a minute of the last minute and a half, and to come away with 0 points.
Yeah, it's certainly a tough break. It's only going to be a short, looks like 4-minute halftime, so we're going to step away to intermission, and we will be right back when the players take the court in about 4 minutes.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, for the second half. OSU's up 29-26 on RMU. It was a tight first half here. Both teams missing shots, both teams making shots. They were not afraid to take them and make them. The leaders for the first half for RMU was Elijah Cross with 9, and leaders for OSU was Diop with 10. We'll see probably hear both of these names in the second half as well.
I'd imagine you'd have to be, especially because both of those guys are playing up top one of the guard positions. A lot of time that they're spending on the ball. And I think that half honestly comes at a really good time for RMU. Their offense had really kind of screeched to a halt the final 5 minutes of that game. So I think maybe having a quick break to reset and refocus could be really good to get their offense going again.
Yeah, especially after that last rough minute there for them, coming away with no points on that lengthy possession. They needed a second to think about that and kind of cool OSU off here as they had been on a little bit of a stretch there.
Yeah, I mean, while they were on a stretch, the score is still only 29-26. For a team averaging 75 points a game, OSU is below their average. Although for RMU, a team averaging only 64 allowed, they're right on pace for that. As a 3 starts this off for OSU, that was Carson Felicity, can't get it to go. Here comes RMU the other way. Fontaine pops a 3 of his own off the rim and out. But Sullivan gets the rebound. Yeah, Fontaine picks it up. RMU maintains possession. Fontaine looked to drive the lane, and that went in. Are they going to say the M1 or just No, they said he didn't get the shot off in time.
Yeah, that's the right call by the refs there, too. That shot was way after the whistle was blown there.
It's a shame because that was a nice little floater from about 15 out.
Yeah, great little shot there.
Fontaine feeds it to Williams on the inbound. Drops it over to Solomon. Driving the lane. They're going to say that was a charge.
They're going to say that was a charge on Solomon.
Yeah, he really extended the arm there for the push-off. Nearly sent USA back to the other side of the court.
Yeah. Sent him flying back a few feet there. The force of 1,000 winds.
Carson Felicity over to Thomas Jones. Back to Greening. Greening back to Jones. Jones looking. Still can't find anywhere to go. Elijah Cross all over him. The ball's picked up by USA over the Greening for the 3. Can't get it to go. Rebound still loose. Picked up by, I think that's Close. Close looking to drive the lane, and Cross all over him. Takes him down like it's a rugby stop. Dwan Williams looking for the travel. Doesn't get it as that three-pointer off. No good, but RMU now on the receiving end of what happened to them at the end of the first half. A couple of three-point attempts. None of them go in for OSU, though.
Yeah, once again, another big 0 there. And they're going to call a block there on 33, Jones. And they're going to give him the and 1.
RMU's bench was looking for the and 1. Surprisingly, though, the only person who I think agreed with the refs on the bench was Coach Williams. I think he was the only person who was like, yeah, no, the shot went up after. Going to be 2 attempts here from Oh, no, wait, no. They put the points up on the board. It is 29-28.
Yeah, they're going to give him the 2.
Sorry. Cross has an opportunity to tie it right here. Shot is up and good. And just like that, this game is tied once again. Neither team really have been able to get out to a huge lead. I don't think either team's had a margin of a lead of higher than 4 or 5 points so far today.
Yeah, I think the largest lead today may have been when OSU was up 10-6 very early in the first half.
Shot is up. Can't get it to go, and they're going to say that was on Solomon, I think.
Yeah, they're going to call Solomon on the jump foul there, reaching in on OSU player.
Oh, I just realized. Highest lead was 7 when it was 17-10 right before OSU hit that 3 for that first time out.
Oh, yeah.
So I guess the biggest lead today has been 7 points.
Yeah, we went on an 11-point, RMU went on an 11-point run.
As that first shot from Gabriel Greening does not fall, and this game remains tied. Interesting to see that. One thing I've noticed, I don't know if it's just because we're watching club basketball or just the nature of this building. No team that comes here seems to be particularly good at their free throws. And that's both for our own squad here at RMU as well as any visiting team we've covered, whether that was Dayton, Xavier, or now OSU. It just seems to be a running theme.
Yeah, I'm not exactly sure what would be causing that, but maybe just not used to a court being sideways like this or something?
Maybe. I know free throw defense isn't really a thing, but RMU has a fair bit of it if you could justify that as a part of the game. As they missed the shot, here comes Carson Felicity the other way for OSU. Close for a deep 3, can't get it to go. Solomon with the easy rebound, and he'll take it the other way for RMU. Driving the lane, deep 2 off the rim, and Williams nearly got that up and over Nicholas Close, but couldn't quite come down with it. USA the other way now. Feeds it over to Jones. To Gabriel Greening, looking to drive the lane, gets it to go.
Yeah, and he kind of went in untouched on that one. Tried to throw the block. He kind of just left the lane open for him. Didn't want to try and draw the foul.
Elijah Cross taking his time to kind of get set up, figured out what he wants to do with the ball here. Feeds it over to Solomon. Down low to Williams, who tried rifling at the Fontaine, but Fontaine went up for the ball, and Williams went down with the pass. And you can't quite catch a pass with your feet.
Yeah, no. It would have been pretty impressive, though, to catch it with your feet. Maybe do a little dolphin move there and throw it into the hoop, but
yeah, unfortunately, not quite how that panned out. As the Buckeyes look for a 3-point here, can't get it to go, and Solomon picked up the rebound. He's been a monster on the board so far today.
Yeah, great rebounds, great points. He has been working it at both ends of the court, picking up a few fouls there, but
Cross for 3, just off the rim and out. And here comes Jones the other way now for OSU. Buckeyes driving the lane, can't get it to go. Close gets the rebound, still can't get it to go. And eventually that ball will, I don't even know what to say. Cross picked it up. He's coming to drive the lane. Finds Chris Charles in the corner for 3, tie game.
Absolutely beautiful, and I think the ref missed it down there on the other end. 33 of OSU was blocking the ball. The ref couldn't see it, and the ball rolled on the line. A good break for RMU there. The ref didn't catch it.
Yeah, absolutely. Rezi Usa tries throwing it in. I think they said there's a foul on Cross there.
Yeah, they're going to call, I think, a hold on Cross there.
So OSU to inbound. 4 minutes gone in this second half. Tie game 32-32 as Jones feeds it in to Greening, who can't get it to fall. The rebound doesn't go either. Man, it's starting to look like the middle of that first half for the Buckeyes.
Yeah, that's just tough.
Cross out to Solomon for 3 and doesn't get it to go, but he is fouled.
Yeah, he's going to get 3 there on that one. Solomon once again coming to the line.
Shooting 3.
Trying to take the lead here.
First shot up. No good.
Man, it has been dry on both ends for free throw wise.
Absolutely. Second shot up. And good. Looks like Williams and Gabriel Greening for OSU both forgot that this was for 3. They both went up for that rebound, and the refs just kind of looked at him like, come on, guys. We got one more of these. And he gets 2 of the 3, as it should be, I believe, 30. They're saying it's 33-32. Didn't he make that second one?
Oh, there it is.
There we go. Okay, I thought so. As Fontaine with a nice little play to make sure that ball didn't find its intended receiver. I've noticed Fontaine a couple of times looks less like a basketball player, more like a defensive back out there swatting away passes down low.
Yeah, whenever he gets his hands on the ball, even a finger, he's able to get that thing swatted out of there. Usually sends it flying with a great amount of heat in some direction.
Fontaine covering Rezi Usa here. Feeds it to the corner, the close, and the ball bounces right off the baseline. That's going to be Colonials' ball.
Yeah, RMU got the line break over there, but if you're OSU, you're not going to get the break when the ball literally bounces on the line right in front of the ref.
Elijah Cross coming down with the ball here. Feeds it over to Chris Charles. Back to Cross pretty quickly. Around the horn to Solomon. Back to Cross. A lot of ball movement here for RMU as Solomon goes for the three and drains it.
Absolutely beautiful there by Solomon once again as he is putting it down.
We know Solomon has the ability to get hot from three. We wonder if that's going to start something here. Jones with it. Rolls off the pick. Still looking for some room. Down low to Greening. Out to close for a wide open three, just short. And that ball's still loose, still bounced around. Cross ends up with it. Feeds it to Solomon, who goes in for the nice lay-in on the 1-on-2.
Speaking of Solomon being hot, once again, another 2 points for him. Getting himself up to double digits.
Felicity was looking for the contact, and he did get it as they're going to call the foul there on number 12, DeJuan Williams for RMU.
Yeah, your OSU, you got to stop the bleeding. The lead's back up to 7 again for RMU.
And we'll see if my running theory about free throw defense comes into play here as OSU is going to get 2 from the line. First one up. No good. Neither team can find the mark from the stripe today, Jordan.
No, I think you might be getting onto something here. Both teams have had trouble getting these things to go. And this is usually a bread and butter for a team.
Second shot up and good. They get that one to go. And looks like substitutions made there for OSU. Number 34 subbing in here, that's Ross Cottenham for the Buckeyes. RMU kind of out of nowhere up to a 6-point lead here as Cross will take it down, trying to potentially extend it to 9.
Yeah, those back-to-back threes that RMU had earlier really helped that out. Really helped them get this lead that kind of came out of
Cross over
the
to Solomon for 3. Off the back rim and out. Here comes Rezi Usa the other way. Pace starting to pick up a little bit here for both teams. Driving the lane and one. Williams was all over him for the block, but instead he just finds the foul.
Yeah, Williams picking up his second foul in the last couple minutes here. Let's see if OSU has figured out their free throw issues and get this one here and draw it into a one-possession game.
Usa's first shot up. No good, and Solomon gets the rebound. I guess it was only the one shot if it was the end one.
Yeah.
Charles driving the lane. Oh, and it gets swatted away by Schulman. Nice play there from Max Schulman. Here he comes the other way. Over to Cottenham. Back to Diop. Tries getting it over to Usa, who gets a handle on it after a second. Schulman for the wide open 3. Thought about it too long, I think, and ends up getting it off the rim. Here comes the Colonials the other way. Sorry. Here comes Greening now, one-on-one against Chris Charles. Tries finding it and just floated it well over the net. That didn't even look close. Cottenham out for 3. Can't get it to go. OSU again with the rebound. OSU's had a lot of offensive rebounds in this second half, Jordan.
Yeah, they've been getting hot hands inside the paint there. Not afraid to go after their own ball.
Williams with a nice play to hit that ball out of bounds, but they were saying that it went out off of him, even though most of the Colonials are arguing that it went back off of Diop before it went out of play.
Yeah, he's trying to say it went off of Diop's leg right before it rolled out.
Refs aren't having it, though. And, oh, wait, no, I stand corrected. They are. They are absolutely having it as Fontaine's going to inbound. It's hard to read some of those hand signals from the refs down on the far side of the court from here.
Yeah, I mean, I'm wearing glasses right now, and sometimes it can be a little tough to see, so.
Cross for the deep 2. Off the rim, but Williams, oh, hard landing, but does get the rebound.
Had a little bit of that ball there to cushion his fall. And I think it's going to be 34 of OSU. That's Cottenham picking up the foul there.
Yep, cross to inbound here.
RMU's got a 4-point lead here.
Worth mentioning is that Marquise Scott Ford has subbed in for RMU. and they're going to call a travel there on Williams.
Yeah, Scott Ford had a pretty good series against Xavier last weekend, so hopefully he can be a game changer for RMU as they try to keep this lead up and build on it a little bit here.
Yeah, Scott Ford really good in game 2 when he had to take on the extended role at one of the starting guard positions. As Cottenham goes up for a contested 2, can't get it to fall, and the rebound doesn't go either, but they're going to maintain possession. It goes out on Chris Charles.
I think you really have to show a lot of respect here for both of these teams as they have not been afraid to be physical with each other.
No, they have not, and that has been very evident with how many missed shots down low there have been because there's been contact on like every shot. As Diop goes for 3, just short. I don't know if that's the first time we've seen him miss a shot today or not.
It may be one of the few. And, you know, a really odd thing that I've noticed is anytime OSU's got a wide open 3, they haven't been able to connect, but they have had no problem with these contested ones.
Scott Ford for the lay-in, can't get it to drop. That is an interesting thing to note, Jordan. We'll see if that continues for the rest of this one. As Diop fires it down, or gets the feed down low from Greening, gets the lay-in. As Cross comes down the other way for RMU, the pace has definitely picked up in the last couple minutes.
Yeah, and you saw Fontaine go up there and almost clap it out of the air just a little too late.
Cross went for a delayed pass, but Schulman was there to pick it off. Feeds it low to Greening, and just like that, it's a tie game. And RMU is going to call a timeout, as I think they should. They need to regroup here as they've turned a 7-point advantage into a tie game once again.
Yeah, that is not what you want to see if you're RMU. 2 quick plays down to the other end for OSU to get these points. And just like that, your lead is evaporated, and it's now tied 39-39.
11:44 to play. Neither team's really been able to break away because just when you think one team's starting to open it up a little bit, the other one comes right on back. What do you think's going on down there in that huddle for the Colonials?
For the Colonials, I think it's just you got to just talk about defense here because you got to prevent these quick breakaways. And it might be just having somebody lurking in the background whenever you're playing on offense here, having somebody near the midcourt. But you got to make sure you don't keep control of the ball. You do not want to have turnovers anymore because every time they've turned the ball over, it's almost certainly turned into points for OSU.
The other thing I think I would focus on if I was Coach Taylor Williams is defensive rebounds because the Buckeyes have gotten so many offensive boards in this second half, really giving them second, third, and even fourth chances on occasion to try and put points on the board, and it's not sustainable in a game that's this close.
No, coming late down the stretch here, it's something you really want to work on because these rebounds, offensive rebounds, are going to turn into game-winning points here for OSU if RMU's not careful.
Williams to inbound here for the Colonials, and he'll feed it over the cross. And he'll make his way down with plenty of time. Bit of a zone defense look here for the Buckeyes as RMU will look to find a way to find the open man. As Cross gets a bit of a free lane, drives the hoop, gets it to go. No foul, though, but still 2 points for RMU as Scott Ford takes a tumble trying to get back on defense.
Yeah, great move by Cross there to get inside the paint, pick up the 2 points, take the lead back. Let's see if RMU's defense can answer here.
And that shot is off the mark from Reziusa. And Charles with the rebound, and he'll feed a nice stretch pass to Elijah Cross. Behind the back, down to Williams for the lay-in. Beautiful passing there. Tic-tac-toe.
And this is exactly what we're talking about. RMU getting deep in the paint to pick up these points. And on the other end, they are not allowing OSU to get these rebounds. They block the shot, they miss it, and they immediately get the rebound.
And then nearly loses it, and they're going to call a foul, I think, on Charles there as he kind of just ran through Reziusa.
Yeah, he kind of threw his hip right into him on that one. I don't have to agree with the refs on that.
And you can tell it wasn't intentional, but just when you're coming in at that head of speed against someone who's not moving, generally you don't get the benefit of the doubt. So it'll be an inbound opportunity here for the Buckeyes from right around midcourt here. Schulman will probably be looking to find Diop to feed it in.
Yeah, if you're OSU, you're going to want to look for Diop.
Schulman over to Diop. Trying to do something off the pick. Nothing really there as Greening's tightly contested by Scott Ford. Feeds it out, but it's picked off. And that ball, Charles tried feeding that to a cross, and Schulman just batted that one out of play. Nice little catch there from Coach Taylor Williams.
Yeah, nice hands. Maybe he'll have to put on a uniform and jump in on the second game.
Little player coach action.
Yeah.
Williams, the cross. Right back at midcourt. They had to be careful not to get the backcourt violation there. This cross, looking for room, can't find it. You can tell he's starting to feel it here. He keeps looking for those drives inside after he's had a couple of successful ones today. Scott Ford driving the lane with a spin. The lay-in, and it's good. And he nearly goes down again backing up. Scott Ford's looked really good so far today, except for the process of getting back on defense after points for RMU.
Yeah, seems like we're tripping over his feet a little bit there, but they're going to call a foul on
Ground
55
foul
again.
On Chris Charles. Chris Charles, I don't know. He must have said something to the refs because these refs really have not given him the benefit of the doubt on anything today.
No, and I really thought that one was going to be on Williams or Fontaine. Going to be on Fontaine instead of Charles, but
yeah. And with that being the 7th foul, it's going to be a 1-on-1 opportunity here for Rezi Usa. I got to imagine. I'm thinking Charles has got to start getting pretty close to foul trouble at this point.
Yeah, he's got to be pretty high here.
I think he's got at least
3.
Yeah. As Usa's 1-and-1 starts off with a good free throw, so he'll get one more opportunity here to cut this lead from 5-4. Just past the halfway point of the second half, 9:56 to go. RMU leads 45-40 as Usa's second shot up and good. That's got to be the first time in I don't know how long that someone's made both free throw attempts that they've had.
It might be the first time since maybe the first player that attempted them at the start of the game.
Oh, yeah. Who was it? I think Solomon had 2 right at the start of the game.
Yeah. Outside of that, everybody's missed at least one of them.
Yep. Scott Ford with the ball now, looking to find some room. Feeds it over to Fontaine. Driving the lane, gets it down to Charles for the lay-in. Fontaine's got really good court vision to find these passes.
Yeah, he's got great vision here. Right into Charles, and Charles hit double digits with that one, getting himself up to a nice little 10 there.
Yeah, and you got to imagine while they're very happy to have Charles putting up as many points as he is offensively, you got to find some more options too, just in case Charles really is in foul trouble. As there's an open opportunity for Cottenham, who doesn't take it. As he said, he drives the lane past Williams, gets the lay-in, and the score remains only a 4-point game.
And if you're RMU as well, Charles is in this game, and he's been in here for quite a lengthy time. You got to think about the second game as well. You don't want to leave him in here for the entire game because it'll start to show here in the second one.
Yeah, Chris Charles, we know, has a lot in the tank. He's one of the primary starters for the club. But, again, with 2 games to play, it's always good just to kind of keep an eye on the stamina levers. As Scott Ford went for a tough lay and couldn't get it to go. Williams went for the rebound and don't know exactly whose ball they're going to be. I think
they're
it's
going to give it to
ball.
RMU. They're going to say it went off an OSU player.
As I think it would, because Williams basically had the ball, and then 2 OSU guys tried pushing it out of his hands, and it went out.
And OSU's making a massive change here, taking out 3 players.
Which right now looks like nearly the entirety of their bench.
Yeah, they only came in today with 8 players on their roster.
Deep 3 there, and it goes in. Carson Felicity cuts it to a 1-point game. I don't think RMU was expecting Felicity to pull up with a shot that quickly, but it goes in.
No, and he's been kind of quiet this game here. Those are only his 4th points of the game, as he got one off earlier in this first half on a free throw.
Cross to Fontaine, down low to Scott Ford, who will take it back out. Looking for room. Doesn't find much of anything. Feeds it to Fontaine again. Still assessing the defense. Williams trying to set up the screen. Fontaine for the deep 2. Gets it to fall. Nice, pretty 18-footer there from Maury Fontaine.
Yeah, absolutely beautiful. And surprisingly, that's Fontaine's first points of the game.
Is it really?
It is. Fontaine only got 2 points so far. In this
He's
game.
had a number of assists that have looked really clean, though, so that's how he's been contributing offensively. Just when it was about to be the jump ball, OSU in a panic calling a timeout. They knew they were about to lose that one.
Yeah, RMU is about to get possession on that, being a ground ball.
Coach Taylor Williams for RMU not necessarily thrilled, but I think he kind of understands that's the nature of the game.
Yeah, it's a smart timeout call by OSU to prevent the turnover and gives them a chance with their shortened roster here to get a little of a breather here as they're going into the final 7.5 minutes here, down 3.
RMU leads 49-46 with 7:39 to go on the game clock. Honestly, just when it seems like either team starts getting an advantage, someone makes a big play to turn around the other way. This has been a really, really fun game to watch so far, and I can't imagine with the way the first 32 minutes have gone here that the final 7.5, 8 minutes is going to be like all of a sudden one team opens it up with like a 15-point run. I think this is going to be pretty close all the way down to the wire.
Yeah, I think it's going to be like a 3-point game, 2-point game, maybe even 1. It's going to be under 5 when this game ends. Somebody's going to come away with it here, and I don't even know who it's going to be because it's been so back and forth this entire game.
Absolutely. RMU has held a bit of a slim lead for the majority of this second half here after trailing by 3 to start the half. But anytime they've started opening up a little bit, the Buckeyes roar right back and keep it close. So we'll see who's got more in the tank at the end of game 1 here in the final 7.5 as Felicity for another 3, and it drains. He has found his mark from 3-point. That's back-to-back threes for Carson Felicity. Tie game.
Yeah, that is massive for OSU right now. As you can see, their bench is starting to get excited here, trying to hype the team up.
Cross went for a tough angle shot there for 2. Couldn't get it to fall. And here comes Felicity bringing it up the court. Bristol covering him. Looking for room. Thought about the 3, but went against it. Diop now. Feeds it over the close. Close to USA. USA looking now. Loses the handle. Fontaine with the steal and then whips it off of Charles's foot and ends up back in OSU hands as Jones goes for the 3 and completely airballed it. But USA's there for the rebound for 2. The Buckeyes have taken the lead.
Yeah, this is their first time with the lead since the beginning of the half here. They had a short spurt, couple-minute lead there, about a few minutes into the half. But other than that, it's been RMU hanging on to that little tiny lead there, and I wouldn't be surprised if they tie it up or take it back here.
Charles gets the shot to go. I don't know what they call. I think they called a ground foul.
Yeah, they're going to call it on 23 OSU.
This is Rezi Usa, who I think has had a couple fouls, but I don't think he's in any particular foul trouble to my knowledge.
No, I don't think so. I think he's in pretty good shape right now.
Fontaine just gets the ball poked out by Diop. I think he was not thinking Diop was going to try when he was already that sure-handed of the ball. But Fontaine pops a 3. Doesn't get it to go, but the ball kind of bounces generously to DeJuan Williams. Out the cross for 3, off the front of the rim, and 2 OSU players went up for the ball. Close comes down with it. Diop with a long lead pass down low to Felicity. Bristol with the steal, coming the other way on the fast break. Bristol with the lay-in. Gets it to go. Nice effort there from Jaden Bristol.
Absolute cross-country stretch there by him to get the steal.
Speaking of cross-country stretch, OSU went for the same thing. Back-to-back missed layups. Somehow Diop ended up with it. And they're going to call something, I think, against RMU. I don't know what they called.
And they're going to call a foul on Elijah Cross on a hold or a reach-in, it appears. I thought that was going to be all ball.
It looked like it was, but the refs think differently. Both teams going for that full court sort of breakout pass, and RMU was able to bury it on one end. OSU missed back-to-back layups, but they are going to get some free throws to get some points on the board.
Yeah, they got the 1-1 now that RMU's got 8 fouls.
And they miss it.
That's big.
Here comes Solomon the other way. Solomon. Diop's on him hard, but he finds some room. Through traffic, gets it to go.
Solomon was swarmed. I think he had 4 players around him whenever he made that.
I wish we could take a picture of that moment because it looked like Solomon was rising up in between a sea of gray defenders and just gets the nice little shot from the line to go. As Jones looks for some room, feeds it back out to a teammate. That is USA. USA trying to drive the lane. Bristol nearly takes it away, but they're going to call him for the reach.
And RMU is picking up the fouls now. They're going to send USA to the line for a 1-1. You got to be careful here, RMU. You don't want to be giving away these easy points. Well, I wouldn't say easy, giving away the chance of free throws here.
Yeah, about to say, with the way free throws have gone today, I wouldn't necessarily say they're a given. As Usa's first shot up and good, so he will get the and one of 1 and 1. 5:02 on the clock here. Usa with the chance to tie the game at 53. Shot is up. Shot is good. Tie game as RMU will inbound it and take it the other way. Cross with a bit of pace, looking for some room.
Speaking of cross, we just crossed the 5-minute mark here on the game clock. It's going to get into crunch time here for both teams.
Charles backing in for the lay-in. Doesn't get it to go. So looks like Solomon and Charles both went up for the rebound. Neither could hold on to it, and Close ends up coming up with it.
Yeah, there was a sea of hands fighting for that ball, and OSU came away with it. A nice poke out by Charles, but
the threes airballed by Diab. I think he just forced the issue a little too much and did not get as much under it as he wanted. Cross gets it to go, and I'm not going to lie. I think Elijah Cross just got away with one right there.
Yeah, I'd have to agree with the OSU players there. They were screaming for a travel, and the ref didn't see it. So RMU's going to get the 2 from Cross here and take the lead back.
John, what are they calling now? Is that another foul on Bristol?
They're calling another foul on Bristol, saying that he threw a block on him.
Bristol is not thrilled. And I can't say I blame him, but to the line now, I hate to be this kind of person. Does that feel like a bit of a makeup foul for missing the travel on the other end of you?
I wouldn't say that because it wasn't him that missed it.
That is true. It would have been the other referee, but still, just throwing that out there. But alas, the first shot for Thomas Jones off the mark. Second opportunity here.
Yeah, and we're now at 10 fouls, so they just get 2 now, no longer 1 and 1.
55-54 to score with 4 to play now. Sullivan bringing it in.
And if you're OSU, the one thing you've got to watch here, if RMU takes a lead here and you start to have to foul, you're going to have trouble here. RMU only has 5 fouls. As William came down a little off there on his ankle.
Yeah, he's trying to walk it out at the moment. But he did get the rebound, and he was fouled, so he will have an opportunity from the line here.
And they're going to say that it was on the rebound, so it's going to be a throw-in.
Yeah, OSU at 16 fouls now, so if that were to happen again, then it would go to the 1 and 1 for RMU. Sullivan with it in the corner. Fires it over to Williams up top. Williams backing him down in the post. Feeds it back out to Bristol. Bristol looking to figure out what he wants to do with it. Comes off the pick. Drives down low and doesn't get it to go, but he is fouled, so 2 shots from the line for Jaden Bristol.
Yeah, he's going to get the 2 here. This could make it a 3-point game for RMU if he can put both of these away. It's going to be one of the first few times today if somebody can get both of them here.
Well, let's see what happens as Jaden Bristol lines up to the line. 3.5 now to go on the clock. Bristol's first shot up and good, sending it to a 2-point RMU lead.
And this could be a really important point here for them, as if he gets it here.
Bristol shot up and good. Now it's a 3-point lead for the Colonials. Not a whole lot of breathing room, but at least if OSU were to score, they wouldn't be trailing.
Yeah. It keeps them from OSU from getting the lead back here, even if they drain a 3.
Speaking of which, Close tried going for it, but just off the mark. Bounces off the rim and into the hands of David Sullivan.
Yeah,
who's
once
going to
again
bring it up kind of slowly as Schulman's all over him. Schulman went flying, and Sullivan drains the 3. I think Schulman was looking to draw a foul off of Sullivan, but his feet weren't set, so instead Schulman just goes flying. Sullivan drains the 3. What a beautiful play.
Yeah, absolutely gorgeous. He kind of did the old soccer gaff where you flail around a little bit there and try to draw the foul, and the rest were like, dude, what are you doing? And Solomon says, all right, I'll just take the easy 3, and that's nothing but net. And he's got 19 points here, 12 in this half.
Yeah, Sullivan's really come alive in the second half here from RMU, and they've needed him to because You know, outside of, I know you've got the point tally here. Outside of Solomon and Chris Charles, do Colonials have anyone else in double digits for points?
Oh, yeah, Elijah Cross. He's at 14 right now.
Okay.
He's having himself a pretty good game. And Charles is at 10 as well.
Yeah. So between those three, that's where a lot of the offense has been driven. So you'd like to see the players who you rely on to put points up actually put points up.
Yeah, and big names for OSU in the second half was Usay. He's got 8 right now in this half, and Felicity putting down those 2 big threes there earlier. He's been kind of quiet since then, but those 2 big threes gave him 6 points and kept it close at that one point. And if you're RMU, you're still not comfortable because you've had 2 7-point leads slip away in this game already. You've got 6. I wouldn't be surprised if OSU came back and tied it up again.
Well, we'll see what happens. Maybe 7's the magic number. Perhaps 6 will be more beneficial for him as Usa with it at the top of the circle here. Feeds it down low to close for the tough 2. Can't get it to go. Solomon with another rebound. I wish I was tracking those. He's got to be getting close to a double-double.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if he's already got it.
Yeah, me too. Elijah Cross now driving the lane. Decides against it. Feeds it out to Charles. Charles down low to Solomon. He's getting covered by Felicity. Solomon driving in. Lays it up. Off the rim and out. Felicity with the rebound. Good defense there from Carson Felicity.
Yeah, and you got to be happy if you're OSU with that. You do not want a 3-possession game.
Absolutely. Diop looked for a corner 3, decided against it, pulled it down. Usa now driving the lane. Mid-range 2 off the mark. Williams holds on to it. Cross with it, hounded by Nicholas Close. But he ends up finding a bit of breathing room and will walk it down past center court.
Yeah, and if you're OSU, it might be starting to time to foul here as you got just under 2 minutes left in here.
And a big and 1 there.
Charles got the 2 there as he just toppled 33 over
Thomas Jones. He tried drawing the charge, but his feet weren't quite set yet. And because of it, it's going to be the and 1 here with an opportunity to go up 9 with 1:51 to go. Shot is up. Shot is good. 1:51 to play. 63-54 Colonials lead as Usa drives down. You got to imagine the Buckeyes need to find points on this possession to stay in it.
Yeah.
And they're going to steps out.
We saw this become an issue in the last game with a Xavier player as they do the step back with their foot, and he caught the line.
That's a couple times we've seen that in games we've broadcast this year. That particular corner seems to be pretty dicey as Bristol looks for room. Nearly got into a double team, but gets out of it. Tough dribbling from Bristol. Feeds it over to Solomon. To Charles, thinks against it. He's just kind of holding on to it, figuring out what you want to do. Drives the lane. Pitches it out to Williams. Back out to Solomon. They're keeping an eye on the clock now. Solomon with the dribbling. And they're going to call the foul there, I believe, on the reach.
Yeah, that's going to be a 1-and-1.
Nicholas Close drawing the foul on the reach. 1-on-1 opportunity for David Solomon. Perhaps to make this a double-digit game.
Yeah, and you got to think if you're Solomon here, you could really put this away here. Making it a 10 or 11-point game could make it just out of reach of OSU.
Our shot is off. Rebound from OSU, and here they come now. Usa to Diop. Gets cross on the fake. Second attempt is good. Big-time shot from Diop. 6-point game now, 1:04 to play.
Yeah, and if you're OSU, they're going to just start fouling.
As they are. 33 with the foul. Looks like it's going to be probably a 1-and-1 here for Chris Charles. Oh, no, they're saying OSU's up to 10 fouls.
Yep, they just got up to 10.
Now it's going to be 2 shots for Chris Charles. Wheezy, as his teammates call him, with an opportunity to restore an 8-point lead for the Colonials.
Yeah, really take the breath away of OSU here and make them wheezy.
It's a horrible pun. I should have never said anything.
You should expect nothing less from me.
Yeah, that is true.
As it is up and
first shot off the mark.
This is big here. He could make it a 3-possession game if he sinks this.
Shot is up. Shot is good. 7-point game. That's a big point for Chris Charles. Usa driving the lane, gets it to go.
And he was looking for the and one,
Yeah, he was looking for it, didn't get it though. And Jaden Bristol gets fouled there by Nicholas Close. 47.1 on the clock, 5-point lead. RMU's got to start sinking these free throws, otherwise this game's going to get a little close for comfort.
Yeah, we've seen it be an issue all day for both of these teams, and it's starting to come to fruition here as they're shooting about 50% right now. It's up and
first shot
good.
Is good. Jaden Bristol has looked really sharp from the stripe today, if no one else has. That much I can say.
Yeah.
An opportunity to make it a two-possession or another three-possession game with this shot to go.
If you're RMU here, if you miss it, you're going to look for Charles to get the rebound.
Doesn't get the rebound, but it is a 6-point game. Usa driving up the court with some speed. Feeds it over to Jones, who comes up with the three, way off the mark, off the rim. Close with the rebound. Back to Diop for the shot, off the rim. And they're going to call that as an inbound. I think Bristol went up over the top.
Yeah. And if you're OSU, you got to be a little heartbroken right now. You were making these threes earlier in the game, and you just had 2 straight misses, especially by your big player Diop there. You got to hope that Close sinks both of these here to draw it in close to make it even 4 points.
Well, that is the first one to go. 33.5 is what it's saying on the game clock here in the North Athletic Complex. It's coming down to the wire. As Close as an opportunity to make it a 4-point game right here. Shot is up. Shot is good.
And now they're going to try and either steal it or foul here.
Cross not getting fouled yet. And they called Jones with the foul. I'm not going to lie. That was a pretty weak-looking foul. I don't even know if he touched Cross.
Yeah, I think he just gave him a little jersey tug or something here.
Yeah, he must have.
You saw a little bit of a flash of flag football there from Cross as he was dodging the players there, trying not to get caught.
Burned another 5 seconds or 4 seconds off the clock here as Cross will come to the line for 2. Shot is up. Shot is off the mark. Free throw shooting has been the bane of both teams today.
Yeah, they've just had nothing but trouble with this little line here.
I believe the ref was saying that as far as timeouts are concerned, OSU has 2 to go, RMU has 1 to go. 66-61, the score after the second shot is up and good. Timeout called. I'm not entirely sure by who. And you can tell Coach Taylor Williams is trying to get everyone focused up for the last 30 seconds here. They know they have an opportunity to knock off an undefeated conference opponent right here. And this is probably the best chance any team has had all season. Taking down OSU Gray.
In their last 4 games, OSU has blown out their opponents pretty substantially. They only allowed 32 and 36 points against Carnegie Mellon and dropped 77 and 80. So to see them only at 61 right now is pretty big for a team that averages 75 points a game.
Yeah, absolutely. The Colonials' defense has looked stout, and their offensive production has matched about what we've seen of them through their home games so far, this mid to upper 60s range. But will it be enough is the question. OSU with the inbound, trying to save as much time as possible. Usa coming up with it now. Coming off the screen for 3. Off the rim. Rebound by Chris Charles, and he's fouled by Nicholas Close. 21.8 to go now as Chris Charles will go to the line.
And if there's anyone you didn't want to see go to the line for if you're OSU, that's Charles. Charles is RMU's points leader right now, and he has had no trouble getting these throws in. He's probably had the best chance besides Bristol here at RMU's lineup.
And Charles will reapply his shoe after it got removed during the rebound. Taking his time, got to make sure you're all locked in.
Yeah,
got to hit it with the old double bunny loop.
Got to make sure those laces are nice and tight.
Not too tight, though. You got to keep some circulation going.
Yeah, I don't want to lose the foot.
Anyways, first shot. Up. And good. 6-point lead again for the Colonials.
And that'll give him 15 points on the day.
An opportunity to make it 16 right here. Shot is up. And off the mark, but Close now. They're trying to hurry. OSU trying to find some room. Can't find an open 3. Dishes it out to Close. And he gets it to go. A big shot from Nicholas Close. And just like that, it's a one-possession game. 67-64. 10.4 to go on the clock in the arena here. Boy, oh boy. I know we were saying earlier that we knew this game was going to come down to the wire, and boy, has it ever.
Oh, yeah. It's coming down big time to the wire here. If you're RMU, you want to get the ball into Bristol or Charles. They have been your best shooters here for free throws. You want to try to feed it to one of them here to get at least one of the two and make it a 4-point game and virtually put it away.
Yeah, and our cameraman Nate posed an interesting question to us a second ago that I actually don't have an answer to of overtime rules. Not entirely sure
I'm
what
not
it would be
entirely
if it comes
sure.
down to that, but we'll have to see. Maybe, perhaps we won't have to even worry about it if RMU finds a way to put up some points on this possession. Bristol fouled pretty hard there from Diop.
And that's who you want to see. You want to see Bristol with the ball for RMU.
Mm-hmm.
And I would, if it's anything like NCAA, it'll probably be a 5-minute period, but we'll have to find out whenever.
I believe it. The NCBBA and the NCAA have very similar rule sets when it comes to timing, scoring, fouling, etc.
And this is big right here if Bristol can make one of these two.
First one up. First
and
one
good.
Makes it a 2-possession game. Critical shot there from Jaden Bristol. And you hear Coach Taylor Williams down on the floor saying, "Don't foul," because that's the only way OSU could put up a potential 4-point play. And the second shot up and good. Beautiful work there from Jaden Bristol. Nicholas Close running down the court, trying to make something happen. Feeds it out to Felicity. Shot off the mark. Rebound no good. Williams holds on to it. And the RMU Colonials take game one. Ohio State Buckeyes Gray, the number 9 team in the country, undefeated no more in conference play.
Yeah, this is a big-time win for RMU. OSU's going to move to 8-1 in the conference. RMU's going to move to 8-3. If RMU can win this second game here, keeping it close, if you can win the second game, you'll draw into second place and potentially challenge them for a chance at even winning the conference.
Not only that, I know from last week, RMU still wasn't too far outside of the national rankings in the top 25. A win over the number 9 team. Got to put you in consideration for something like that, you'd think, right?
Yeah, you have to think if you do that, if you can upset them in a home series and sweep them, this will be big for RMU, and you'll probably see them in the top 25.
So with that, we will get you some stats from game 1 when we come back for the start of game 2. But right now, we're going to go to about a 4 or 5 minute intermission in between these two games, and we'll be right back at you with game 2 of RMU versus OSU Gray in club basketball action.